3 years ago, on the 23rd of January 2020, we learned that water samples in Bergen County, New Jersey had turned up the fourth highest concentration of carcinogenic PFAS forever chemicals in the nation. You can pause the video if you wish to read some of Scott Fallon's article on the right. We can also listen to the attached commentary from Rich Calbi to collect a key point on the timing.
So essentially we're looking at an emerging contaminant that's been in our lives for over 40 years and exists in many of the things we use daily in our lives. Whether it's cookware, microwave popcorn, stain-resistant carpet, many things that we use in our homes and even out. Food contact paper, many things that are used in local establishments. So all these materials have found their way into the environment, and now unfortunately they've made it into our drinking water.
Calbi states that this problem has been in play for over 40 years. If we assume 45 years from January 2020, we arrive at January 1975. January 1975 should immediately prompt on my YouTube censored video of George Obarski reporting a spaceship landing in a park in adjacent Hudson County's town of North Bergen to collect soil samples. This is an amusing reference to a 1975 UFO landing in North Bergen, New Jersey. 73-year-old George Obarski was driving home around 2:30 a.m. on the 12th of January 1975 and took a shortcut through North Hudson Park. His car radio begins emitting static just as a disc-shaped object, like a fat pancake, landed some 100 feet beyond him. Several occupants then emerged to collect samples of the grass and soil, re-entered, and then the craft departed at an unbelievable rate of speed. He described the human-like creatures as small, about 4 feet tall, and dressed in some type of coveralls.
Bud Hopkins tried to corroborate George Obarski's story with other witnesses, including a doorman who worked at the Stonehenge apartment building across the street from the park.
Oh, really? The doorman. And pray tell, what did the doorman say?
Doorman, I called him and I remember my adrenaline rushing when this man said, "I will never forget it. This flying saucer came down and landed in the park." And I watched the thing come down. Then he started describing what it looked like, and it was an identical description to George.
Look, there's a spaceship. That is so cool.
After writing about Obarski's story in the Village Voice newspaper, Bud Hopkins kept looking for other possible witnesses.
One family came to light afterwards. They were living about 5 blocks away, seeing this object coming down the street, maybe 40 feet up, slanted. And they described it as if it was looking in their windows. And even though the woman in the family was ill, she ran outside in her nightgown, bare feet, and the father and the children ran out, and they followed this thing down the street.
A link to the full-length version of this video, view count censored by YouTube, is provided in the text description. Various online photos of the signage of James Braddock North Hudson Park demonstrate the regard with which the report is held.